Welcome to this explainer. Look, if you've been feeling like your website traffic is just totally unpredictable lately, you are absolutely not alone. Today, we're diving into a massive fundamental shift in how we have to write for the web in 2026. We're going to break down exactly why traditional SEO is completely failing us right now, what these new AI search engines are actually craving, and how you can adapt your content for this whole new era. Let's get into it. So let's just start with a hard truth. If your strategy still involves cramming your primary keywords into every single sentence or pumping out these fluffy 300-word articles just to hit some arbitrary word count, well, you got to stop immediately. You know exactly the type of content I'm talking about, right? Like those recipe blogs where you have to read a giant essay about the author's childhood memories just to figure out how much butter to use? Yeah, that approach might have been the absolute gold standard back in 2015, but today, it is a massive liability. We actually call this outdated style SEO text. Basically, it's content written specifically to please a search algorithm. Lots of keyword repetition, super formulaic, instead of, actually helping a real human being. And the really fascinating part here, Google doesn't just quietly ignore this stuff anymore. Their modern systems are explicitly designed to hunt down this exact type of SEO text, discount it, and bury it so deep in the search results, no one will ever find it. We've got a lot of ground to cover, so here's our quick roadmap. 1. The death of SEO text. 2. What killed keyword stuffing. 3. AI and helpful content. 4. The 5-step framework. And finally, auditing your existing content. Okay, section 1. The death of SEO text. Let's look at why those old tactics fail and why your workflows from the 2010s are actively hurting you right now. Back in the early 2010s, SEO was honestly just like feeding a machine. If you typed best running shoes for flat feet enough times on a page, you had a pretty solid shot at ranking. But search engines have evolved. They literally read like humans now. They're looking to see if you actually answer the question, if you're showing real, checkable knowledge, and if readers are actually getting what they need instead of just bouncing right off your page. And hey, none of your past keyword stuffing was malicious. You were just following the best practices of the time. But the bottom line is, the rules have permanently changed. Moving on to section 2, what killed keyword stuffing? Let's break down the 3 unstoppable forces that put the final nail in the coffin of all that keyword stuffed fluff. Just look at how we got here. It really started back in August 2022, when Google rolled out its helpful content update, specifically to penalize that search-first text we talked about. Fast forward to March 2024, and boom, it's no longer just a periodic update. It's permanently baked into the core ranking algorithm. And now, in 2026, AI overviews are popping up on roughly half of all tracked search queries. They are literally pulling clicks completely away from those traditional blue links we used to rely on. Which brings us to a massive, game-changing revelation about how Google evaluates your entire website today. The helpful content system is a site-wide signal. What does that mean for you? Well, if a big chunk of your site is thin, generic fluff, it basically acts like a giant anchor. It will actively drag down the visibility of your genuinely good pages too. So cleaning up your weak pages isn't just about good housekeeping anymore. It's an absolute mandate to protect your best work from sinking. On top of that, search engines are ruthlessly applying tighter EEAT standards. That's experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trust. You simply cannot write from the outside looking in anymore. You can't just sound like a person describing a product you've clearly never touched. You have to demonstrate firsthand, undeniable expertise. Because trust me, if you don't have real experience with the topic, the algorithms and, frankly, your human readers are going to know instantly. All right, section 3, AI and helpful content. Let's pivot and talk about what actually survives and thrives in Google's core algorithm and these modern AI answer engines. This really demands a whole new strategy. If you look at the old SEO approach on the left, it was all about grabbing a target keyword, writing in a super generic tone, and basically just copying the structure of whatever article was already ranking number 1. But the new approach, the one on the right, that starts with a reader's actual problem. It leans heavily on real experience, a unique point of view, and it intentionally uncovers those hidden subtopics that your competitors completely missed. You've got to shift your mindset from hitting a keyword density to actually solving a reader's problem with real depth. And since people are now asking full conversational questions directly to AI tools instead of just typing clunky keywords into Google, your new goal is AEO. That stands for Answer Engine Optimization. See, tools like ChatGPT or Google's AI overviews, they don't just hand you 10 blue links. They synthesize an answer and cite a few sources.
Your goal is to make your brand the definitive source these AI tools want to extract and cite. To do that, your content has to be incredibly easy for a machine to pull a clean, accurate answer from. So, Section 4, the 5-step framework. How do we actually write this kind of content that both AI and Google absolutely love? Here is your actionable 5-step framework. Step 1, define one real reader. Seriously, stop writing vague articles for everyone. Step 2, lead with the answer immediately. Step 3, go deeper than the obvious. Address those weird edge cases that your competitors always skip. Step 4, back your claims with real checkable detail. No more of those vague statements like, many businesses see improved results, give us the data. And step 5, structure everything for maximum skimmability. Use descriptive headers, short paragraphs, and bullet points. I actually want to zero in on step 2 for a second because it's just that critical. We call it bottom line up front, or BLUF. This means every major section of your article opens with a direct 2 to 3 sentence answer before you expand into the details. This isn't just about being polite to busy readers. It's literally how you spoon-feed AI answer engines and featured snippets the clean text they crave. AI tools prioritize direct answers, not long, meandering buildups. And as you're rolling out this framework, keep your eyes on the prize: true topical authority. This is way more valuable now than keyword density. You get there by comprehensively mapping out the full topic, covering the entire cluster of adjacent concepts, and interlinking your pages deliberately. That is how you prove to AI and search engines that you're a true comprehensive resource, not just some one-off page repeating a keyword over and over.
Which brings us to our final part, Section 5, auditing your existing content. Let's talk about how to fix those existing pages sitting on your site right now.
I want you to go look at your existing pages and check for these exact red flags. Do you have swappable generic introductions that add zero value? Are you seeing unnatural 3 to 5 word repetitive phrases everywhere? What about headers with absolutely no substance under them? Or big claims with zero sources? And the biggest one, is there a total lack of first-person experience? Look, if an article has 3 or more of these traits, it's a prime candidate for a total rewrite. A light edit just isn't going to cut it here. Now, as you do these rewrites, how you track your wins has to fundamentally change, because organic click-through rates are probably going to drop when AI just answers the user's query instantly, right? So old metrics don't tell the whole story anymore. For 2026, you need to measure success by tracking citations in AI overviews and chatbots. Look for growth in your branded search volume. Analyze user engagement like time on page and scroll depth. And most importantly, monitor your rankings for the full topic cluster, not just one magic keyword. That's how you see the real, honest picture. Making this paradigm shift, moving away from old, clunky SEO text to genuinely helpful AI-ready content, is a massive undertaking. It takes deep intent research, precise topical mapping, and constant auditing. If you're feeling overwhelmed and need a specialized team to handle this shift for you, BlazeByte Media builds elite SEO, AEO, and GEO strategies. They are fully equipped to help businesses everywhere, from Nepal to the US, the UK, and beyond. I'm going to leave you with one final, provocative thought to really challenge your current strategy. If an AI scanned your absolute best article right this second, would it cite your expertise, or would it just skip right over your fluff? Go audit your top page today and see if it truly survives the AI search era.